Coming up, the Sandersville Railroad. They use boosters and butt heads. Plus, have you ever seen a railroad roundabout? We're taking a trip to the Kaolin Capital of the world. Next. It's a warm day in October 2024, and a Norfolk Southern crew is ready to start switching the yard in Tinnell, Georgia. Their engine today, a colorful unit honoring our nation's veterans. But before they can get started, they'll have to wait on another crew that's currently working the yard. And their motive power is even more interesting. These machines belong to the Sandersville Railroad, a fascinating short line with more than 130 years of history. Now, the first thing you might want to know is what's leading this train. Well, in Sandersville, they call it a booster, but it's more commonly known as a slug. Slugs are typically made from old locomotives. They have no diesel engine and rely on a mother unit for electricity to power their traction motors, which turn the wheels. Although you can't see it, slugs also have extra weight added to them. These machines are great for jobs requiring maximum tractive effort at low speeds, just like what they're using it for here. Diesel-electric locomotives can't effectively use all their power at low speeds. In fact, their wheels could slip if too much power is applied while pulling a heavy load. But applying this power to the extra traction motors on the slug helps them achieve greater tractive effort. Supplying the power to this slug or booster is Sandersville number 1100, an electromotive division SW1500. This type of locomotive makes up almost all of the railroad's small fleet. This engine was built in 1967. Now, these things may be getting old, but they're still reliable workhorses. Oh, and with dual exhaust stacks and that electromotive 645 engine, they sound great. We're currently in Norfolk Southern territory on former Central of Georgia rails. This line goes from Macon to Savannah, and Tinnell is where the Sandersville Railroad interchanges with NS. With their work done, it's time for this crew to head back to their home rails. The town of Sandersville is in east central Georgia, about 130 miles southeast of Atlanta. And the Sandersville Railroad was founded in 1893 by a group of prominent town residents. In 1916, it was taken over by Ben Tarbutton, and his family still runs the railroad today. In the late 1930s, the railroad's biggest customers started moving into Sandersville. Take a drive around town and it's pretty clear what those companies are after. That's right, it's all about kaolin, a white clay that's used in all kinds of things, including paper applications that can give a magazine cover that glossy shine, and it's also used in wastewater treatment, ceramics, toothpaste, cosmetics, and many other products. There's a reason this town is called the Kaolin Capital of the world, and the Sandersville Railroad is known as the Kaolin Road. As you can see, these kaolin processing plants are huge, and hauling their products out of Sandersville is a profitable business. Of course, the railroad also has other customers. Some of those industries are located next to the yard in Sandersville. Timber is also big business in this part of Georgia. And this facility provides wood chips to pulp and paper mills. As you can see, another crew is working the yard here. And here comes that job we just saw in Tinnell. Both these crews will be switching the yard at the same time. And like any yard, you'll see all kinds of rail cars here. In addition to kaolin, the Sandersville Railroad moves a lot of wood chips. I should mention the railroad also has hundreds of cars in circulation, including many wood chip hoppers and gondolas. Shoving this cut of cars is another EMD SW1500 and a booster. Sandersville number 1300 was built in 1970. Something cool about these older EMD butthead or in-cab switchers is the radiator fan shutters on the front that open and close based on temperature. With its shutters now closed, here's number 1300 on the move again, climbing a small hill as it leaves the yard, heading south toward Tennell. Although it's a short line, this is still a very active railroad. It operates 6 days a week on a system comprising nearly 40 miles of track. Of course, its headquarters is in downtown Sandersville, and some of the right-of-way nearby gets pretty interesting. There's a short stretch of street running where trains go right through a neighborhood, and I would imagine this is one of the few railroad roundabouts in the entire world. Apparently, this is the safest way to get cars and trains through this intersection. The Sandersville Railroad is also building the 4.5-mile Hanson Spur that will connect it with a rock quarry, other businesses, and a CSX line in Sparta, Georgia. However, the project has been protested by some residents, questioning the railroad's use of eminent domain. For now, the expansion is moving forward. Anyway, if you're ever in this part of Georgia, you should definitely check out the Sandersville Railroad. It's really amazing that they've been going for more than 130 years. Not to mention, for most of that time, the railroad has been family run. Anyway, that's it for now. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.